good, everybody? You're listening to GGR Geese Gone Raw and my Crucial Chase, and we got Blue in here.
What up, though?
So, what's been going on, Blue, this past week? Anything crazy?
Man,
Nothing that makes you say, "What in the world?"
The only thing I got, man, for that is on Saturday, I have two men's groups at the same time. Normally, one is at the first Saturday in the month, and the other one is the last Saturday in the month. And then, we got off schedule with the second one. And so now they're both on the same day. They're kind of not too far away from each other, but they're less than like 30 minutes apart. So I got to miss one of them. So it is what it is, though, man. So I've been prepping for that most of the week, man. That's really been about it. You know, got in, re-downloaded Cyberpunk 2077, man. So I've been messing with that, and that's pretty good. I know you might get into that, but if you don't, I could say, man, it runs way better than it used to. Looks good. I'm rocking a RTX 3070 Ti or 3070 Ti, as Nvidia likes to call it. But yeah, man. My benchmark comes back at like around 100 frames, I think, and the only ray tracing I'm running is local shadows, but I'm using the hub optimized performance settings, which are somewhere between high and ultra. And man, it looks good, plays good, feels stinking awesome. I was going to go through here and just try to do some stuff after the story, but my son was telling me that the only way you access the DLC, which I'll pick up on Friday, is to go through the it's like toward the middle of the main story. So I just like, well, you know what? I'll just start again. And man, that character creator looks way cooler now, man. Really, like it's very, very well done. It is almost photorealistic, man. For real. Wow. It's really nice. Yeah. So I like that a lot. So that's pretty cool. So my first V was a male V, and this V will be a female V. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to that. Like that thing was stinking awesome. So Chase getting all the crusties out of the eyeballs for those who can't see.
My first V was a female V, and then I remember I started a male V, and I'm like, this don't feel right. So
don't feel right.
I went back to a female V.
Okay. I'll say this, man. It's really well done. I see a lot of people have just written glowing reviews of the 2.0 update and the Phantom Liberty expansion. So Friday, I'm looking forward to getting it, man. I keep saying Friday because that's my payday. So I'm looking forward to getting it, man. Looking forward to knocking it out, starting that up because work has been pretty busy. But and then I was like, well, I have a little extra data in my old package this month. What else can I download, right? Before my month starts up again. You know what I re-downloaded, man, and what I've been playing? You never guess, because I don't even really tend to like most of the game. Dishonored 2, man.
Really?
Dishonored 2. I never finished it, man. I got to the stinking room where to the house where the room you fall through the floor and you got to try to figure a way out. And I just never took the time. I was like, man, whatever. I'm done. I got frustrated with that thing and checked out a long time ago. But I guess I must have played it on Xbox or a different service because I didn't have my save file, so I had to start back over. Mm-hmm. But man, that thing runs so crisp, man. I got it on 1440p. I got it at, I think I have the refresh rate on it at 143 hertz, man. And everything is tapped out on ultra, and it's insane. And it's cool, man. You can do a custom. I like they actually, in that game, they do something I think they should continue to do in games is they allow you to set a custom difficulty, right? So you can change certain things. You can change the AI behaviors of the NPCs. You can change, just certain things that make it easy for you to stay undetected. And so I like that, man. I like that. There are literally like 12 to 15 different settings you can change to customize your difficulty. So it's pretty cool, man. So I like that a lot. And I said, it looks good, plays good. I was just on that earlier, just before jumping on here. And I was like, oh yeah. And I like to try to play and kill as few people as possible. But yeah. So I've only killed like three people so far. So haven't had much of a chance to kill a lot of people. Been sneaking around, but man, I like that game still. Just never got a chance to finish it. So,
did you finish the first one?
Oh yeah, I finished the first one. truly enjoyed the first one, man. It was a heck of an experience. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting back through that and to finishing up the second. Because I've heard nothing but good things, but I just couldn't get past that one part, and I was like, man, maybe I shouldn't be here right now. But we'll see, man. So I'm looking forward to that. But man, honestly, I'm tired of going to the gym seeing people using the gym equipment wrong. Like I'm tired of seeing people using gym equipment erroneously, man. Like they and it's funny because it's always this one machine that gets used wrong. And it's like I think it's like is it a hack squat machine? I think so. Or maybe not a hack squat machine, but it's a machine where they put the where you kind of like get on a sled that's tilted back, and you're supposed to put your back against the metal back, lean backwards kind of, and it drapes over your shoulders, and you're supposed to bend down and push up. Well, people turn around and enter it and face it the other way, and I'm like, that's not how the diagram shows you how to do this, people. This is not what you want to do. And so I'm tired of watching people do exercises wrong. Like I'm in the gym and I'm watching people in there just go in here and do lightweight, and they just go in here like, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? You're just breathing hard. Like you're doing nothing. Like you're not extending that range of motion. You're not engaging the muscles that you're not doing anything. So I'm tired of watching people do that, man. They're gonna hurt themselves, man. They're gonna be like, why am I so sore? I could tell you. I could raise my hand and let you know why you're so sore. You're doing it wrong. Like that's just what it is. You're doing it wrong, man. So I mean, that's it though, man.
Maybe you need a home gym. You don't have to watch.
I mean, I have a home gym. The problem is, man, I delayed getting stuff because I was waiting on trying to get like this. So the one machine that I always really wanted was Nelson. What's his Chuck Nelson's Total Gym, right? Because like that machine is nice, man. It does everything that you kind of need to do. Uses body weight and all of that stuff, where you can get bands and stuff. So I'm like, yeah. But so I delayed around, and during the pandemic, man, home equipment prices went through the roof, and so and they kind of come back down some. But yeah, man, I pay for a gym membership. I feel like I should go and get the gym because it just has stuff that I don't have in my house, man. So but yeah, I'm telling you, man, that's a frustrating thing to know that that you in there watching people do exercises wrong. But yeah, so I'm trying to get back into that, man. Be more consistent with my gym visitation. You know what I mean? Take advantage of that.
You don't just go up to them and be like, "Wow," and show them how to do it.
No, man, because it's one of those no pressure places, right? So,
Planet Fitness, huh?
No, it's not Planet Fitness. It's actually a somewhat Christian gym. And at least that's what they espouse, right? So, but they have a translation of the Bible I have never seen, never heard of it a day in my life, and I'm like, I don't know about that one. But so yeah, it's one of those where they don't want you bothering people, they don't want you yelling, dropping weights, doing all of that stuff, bringing extra attention to yourself, which I'm fine with because I don't really do that. The only time I really make any noise is if I'm really like trying to push out the last couple of reps. That's really about it. Even then, I don't do it.
Planet Witness.
That's what it is, man. So it's crazy, man. But so yeah, that's it though, man. That's literally, dude. That is literally all I've been doing. It has been not a lot of stuff for me. Like I said, work has been just it's the end of our fiscal year, so it's always really busy. So that's a normal thing. So yeah, how you doing, man? You worried about this? You worried about this impending government shutdown, man?
I heard about that. But I kind of like heard about it in passing, but I don't really know much about it. So
okay, well, I did read that. Where did I go to? I read an article, and they said that that agency heads will start reaching down and start increasing communication with their employees here soon. About who's affected, what your rights are during this time, what you can do, what they can do to help you, stuff like that. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Yeah. So,
do you know what's causing it?
Oh, I could tell you that for sure. So this goes back to my prior one of my first careers out of college, man. I was a budget analyst. So basically, man, what it comes down to is in short, our federal legislature, Congress, has not passed a budget yet for this coming fiscal year. The fiscal year is October 1st through September 30th of every year, right? So as a result, they generally tend. But if you don't pass a budget, that means you can't really spend. You have a limitation. So what happens is oftentimes they get around to passing a continuing resolution that just says, okay, since we can't pass a budget or agree on the new stuff that's going into the budget for this year, it's kind of what it means. Then what we'll do, we'll limit your activity and your funding to what you did last year. So that means like new hires, new fund, new efforts, new things that you need to do aren't really done. The second though and biggest most important part of that, well, there are two other things. Number one is that while these go on, the legislature remains paid in full. But for many agencies whose budgets don't get passed and don't have continuing resolutions, the government shuts down, man. Like people don't work. If you don't work, you can't get paid. So some agencies handle it different than others. Like I remember when I rotated through one of my areas once, I was on a government shutdown for a day. Like it was really like half a day, and they said, "Well, since you guys already went home, just come on back to work tomorrow." So got a whole day off, and came back. But yeah, I was talking to Glove Box, and he was saying, "Oh yeah, man, we've been through several shutdowns before, man." He's like, "Yeah, it happens all the time, man. It doesn't matter." There have been some protections for employees that have been passed in recent years because of the number of shutdowns that we had to kind of guarantee us some salary. But there are some stipulations and contingencies upon that. There are some other things you can do, but just letting you know. So hopefully they pass continuing resolution. All the agencies should or certain cabinets get particular budgets, like the Department of Defense or whatever. Not everyone will have to stop working, just
Right.
some folk. Yeah. So yeah, so that's what I'm dealing with, man. Just sitting here where thinking about that, not really worrying because eventually it'll work out. Eventually things will kind of come back to a normal state, but in the meantime we just got to kind of follow it, man. We don't know. We have until the 30th to figure it out. So that's Saturday, I think. So
Yeah.
So we'll know something on Friday because they're not meeting. I think they're going to have a long break this weekend, or they may have had a long break last weekend. They being the legislature. So we'll see how it works out, man. Because it's going to have to pass. It's going to have to pass the House and the Senate, or the Senate and the House. I think funding bills begin in the Senate, at least in the state. And my state government, they begin in the Senate and then they move over to the House for approval. Then they go to the governor's desk. So I think if it's the same chain of events, it'll begin in the Senate, go over to the House. And the House is the only place that it has issues, and then hit the president's desk for signature. And that'll be it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man. So what about you, man? What you got?
I don't know, man. Well, I haven't really played much, but we over the weekend it was a really good weekend,
Good.
which was a better weekend than we've had in a long time. On Friday, we got a date night.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. I'm proud of you, Chase. I don't even know what to say, man. I don't know what you say, man. I feel like a proud uncle. Like, man, look at
So we were going to go, which this is a funny thing for
Okay.
our Sam co-host Sam is
Yeah.
there was a concert, like kind of like a like when they have these like community concerts where they might have some older bands come in and play.
Oh yeah.
Well, one of the headliner was the Spin Doctors.
Oh, for sure. That's awesome, man. That's awesome, man.
But anyway, we didn't do that. But then there was another thing in the Kentucky Theater. They sometimes will play old movies and stuff, and they have all kinds of events to do different things that are fun to watch, especially like old horror movies and stuff that are weird. And
Yeah.
but they were playing this movie called House from the 70s. It's a Japanese horror movie that's just like completely batshit crazy. It's pretty much the beginnings of Japanese entertainment being weird. Before that, it was pretty serious
Oh, okay.
for the most part. But again, we didn't do that. But that was we were planning on it, it started at 10 o'clock, but we got tired.
Oh
But
yeah, when you get older, you get tired.
but
Just call it what it is, man.
we still had planned for a later time or a later start
Right.
time, so we kept that. So we went ahead and went to Olive Garden because we knew it was open later, and
Okay.
we had my brother and his wife come over and just kind of sit at the house while the kids slept, and they were already asleep by the time they got here. And they're kind
Right.
of begging us to like want to do it again because that was kind of like a little bit of a getaway for them. Because they just got to
Oh
come
yeah.
here. My brother just sit on the couch and played Starfield, and she just like,
Nice.
and so they just come over here and just had a hangout time while we went to Olive Garden, and we
That's cool.
split the tour of Italy, which I know anybody knows what
Yeah, I
that
know what
is,
that is.
and
Yeah.
got waters, and our date was $28.
There you go, man. That's
And,
what's up, man.
and still had food left over because a main
Yes,
entree like
endless.
that still comes with the salad and breadsticks and all that.
Yeah, yeah.
But then on Saturday, Amber, I have a coworker named Alexa, and they have started to become friends because
Hmm.
Alexa pretty much became the only friend I had in Kentucky that wasn't like someone associated with my
Family.
brother. And
Yeah.
like
Oh yeah, that's right.
when 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 Amber met her, they really hit it off really well. So on
Well, good.
Saturday, she's like in the middle of a move or whatnot. So I mean, moving within town, just kind of,
Right, right.
and
Relocated. Yeah.
yeah, and so she helped her with some cleanup and some boxing up and just kind of things that were really taxing on her. You know what I mean? She was procrastinating
Yeah.
about, and so they kind of, even though it wasn't like, oh, it's not that fun to like clean house, but they had a lot of fun just kind of hanging out together.
Oh, that's good, man.
And while they were doing that, I took the kids and one of my brother's foster kids out to a park, and that park ended up being kind of like a nature type park, and they really enjoyed that, which I didn't know if they would enjoy
Okay.
stuff like that. I mean, I knew they enjoyed parks with a playground, but I didn't know if they enjoyed like actual like greenways or hiking or anything, but they really liked that.
Right.
And
Okay.
then when we got back from that on Sunday, we went to this place called Gaddy Town, which was
Mm.
my his foster kid's birthday, and it's kind of like a pizza buffet that has an arcade and all this stuff.
Like an incredible pizza. Yeah. Yeah. We have that. Yeah. We have an incredible pizza. I think I've seen a Gaddy Town when I've traveled before. So I knew what it was when you said it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was fun. Amber had more fun hanging out with Alexa though, with other than hanging out with all the ladies, and because she was like, all they want to talk about is being pregnant and what it means to be pregnant and what they do about parenting and their kids. And she was like,
Hmm.
when I want to hang out with adults, the last thing I want to do is talk about kids. so,
That's funny.
so
Right. Right.
it was just funny to where like you are such an atypical woman, but
Oh, that's funny, man. Like I'm with Amber though, man. Like when you hang out with adults, you want to talk about like intellectual stuff. You want to talk about things that kind of is stimulating conversation to have. You don't want to sit up here and talk about why your kids can't pick up their socks up off the floor. Like that's not why I'm here. You know what I'm saying? That's not what I'm doing, man. Get up out of here with that. So, nah, man. Like I'm with Amber though. I kind of understand where she's coming from, man. I
yeah.
do. I do. So,
And she was like,
yeah, it was.
uh, she said, I kind of wanted to go over there and talk with you guys. And I was like, you didn't want to go over here and talk with us guys. Because I was like,
Nah.
you know what we were talking about? We were discussing how in the world would a Tyrannosaurus Rex masturbate? And she was like, well, I'd rather talk about that.
No, she wouldn't. No, she wouldn't. You and I both know. That is not the case. So, but yeah, man. So like, oh man, that's awesome, man. So y'all enjoyed the date night then, huh? Is it
Yeah.
gonna be? Is it gonna be a recurring thing? Y'all gonna kind of schedule it pretty often?
Yeah, I think we're going to schedule it on paydays, and if it's not something, since they're kind of wanting to do that again, like maybe because we already got like a gym membership at Planet Fitness, that we can do that together because we normally don't get to go together.
Mm-hmm.
But well, I mean, I haven't been that at all, but if she goes, she would either take somebody else that's not me because we couldn't just go together, but because with the
Mm-hmm.
black card you can bring somebody and they can just work out for free,
Yeah. Yeah.
so it had been just her by herself or her with Aiden, and with Aiden it was she did more making sure he stayed on topic
Yeah.
than
Kind of
act,
wrangling him,
ex,
instead of
instead of
exercising. Yeah.
yeah. So and then going with anybody, it's just like scheduling times. So we're like, I mean, she wanted to like go to Alexa some, but Alexa normally worked out early rather
Yeah,
than
that's what
later
I do.
because
That's what I
there's
do.
less people and all that kind of stuff. But you know, with our schedule, that wouldn't really work out with Amber. But so it just kind of like I think me and her working out together would be a better choice. But we still
Yeah.
have to wait till it's a little bit later. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
after 7:30 or so.
Yeah, I mean, I completely understand, man. I completely understand that, but like I said, man, it's such a breather, right? You didn't understand how cool it was to just go out with your wife, get away from the kids for a minute. I'm telling you, man,
Yeah.
it's a game changer, son. It's a game
Yeah.
changer. So,
Yeah, we did something every day that weekend versus like just kind of I when I was in school, I
hmm
I realized if I do something on Friday, it made the weekend feel longer. Cuz if I didn't do anything on Friday, did something on Saturday night and then, whatever on Sunday, it felt like the weekend was Saturday and Sunday. But if you do something on Friday night, it makes it feel like it was Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, and I think a lot of that goes to, man. A lot of that goes to, you're young, you want to feel like you go out and do that. I'm telling you, man, as you get older, those priorities shift, man. And like for me, my Friday nights now are my son's football games.
Mhm.
Like that's just what it is, man. So that's what I do on Friday nights. And then me and my wife, when we can, we kind of switch the date nights around to when we can, because now she's working night shift and stuff. So we got to find a time that actually works well, which probably be like Thursdays. But
Well,
we'll see.
when I worked group home, I was working evenings, which was normally like 2:30 to 10 or so.
Mhm.
And it and then we only had Aiden before we had Riley. We
Mhm.
would do dates at like lunch, and then we would also
Okay.
get to eat cheap as hell because lunch is, especially
Way
before all
more
this
fun.
inflation, it was like
Yeah.
we could eat cheaper than going to McDonald's. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know if lunch menus are still like that. But still, like you split a meal, your portions are so big at restaurants nowadays to where
Yeah.
like we still had freaking lasagna left over. You know what I mean? Even though we split it.
Yeah. 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 That's good, man. That's good. Like I said, I'm happy for you guys, man. I told you that date night thing is fun, man. It's fun stuff. Highly recommend it for anybody for any couple that's been together for any appreciable amount of time, man. Gotta get out there and basically got to continue to court your spouse or partner or significant other, man, because it's just good and healthy. So, yeah, man, I'm happy for you, man. I'm happy. I'm happy that works out for you. But like I said, man, I feel Amber on the conversation with adult people, man. I listened to a guy on Twitter, and he was posting up some stuff about consumer behavior and how buyer's remorse and people are always going back and forth, and all this stuff fuels the console wars and stuff. And I'm like, absolutely, man. But he was talking a lot of consumer behavior lingo, stuff that I went to school for, stuff that I remember, and I was like, man, I like that. So he's a cool guy, man. So yeah, we talked about that a little bit, and I was like, yeah, that's awesome, man. But look, dude, your date night sounded fun. Really happy you found another activity that the kids enjoy too, man. Really happy about that. And yeah, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I think the next one is this place called Halls by the River. It's not very far from our house at all. It's just right down the road, and there's a trail down there because that's the reason I heard about the place. But then when we were looking up another trail to do,
hmm
um, we because we were thinking about doing it on another one on Sunday, but then we ended up going to Gaddytown. But we saw I was like, oh, this Halls by the River. I didn't know it was down here, but yeah, it's kind of like a little bistro type place by the river, and you can eat
Nice,
outside, and
nice.
and then even if it's if the meal's $20, if you split it, you spend $10 each. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
and then the portions are, I mean, everything's always so big. You get
everything, man.
you get way too much food. So I mean, there's plenty of food even if you split it.
Yeah. And just the thing with the rivers for me, man, is, in Oklahoma, mosquitoes congregate around water, man. And so that's the only thing. That's where they birth and they pop out of, like moist ground and stuff. So just be careful if you're trying to go to a place. If it's on the water, eating outside around this time of year, unless it's cool enough to where they've died off, you asking for it.
Mm-hmm.
So just keep that in mind, man.
All
Keep that
right.
in mind. So that's it though, man. Like I said,
bet they're going, shh.
yeah, I out there with the deep, like, yo, get it off me, man. Keep them off me, man. So, tell you, man, I grew up in the country, man. So that's one of the things that I always have to do, man. Put that deet on. Like it was mosquitoes and stickers that get in your shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Two things you always got to watch out for, man. Go down and tie your shoes and shoot, something stuck in the hand. Got about 3-4 stickers on your shoelaces, man. Sucks. Absolutely sucks.
Yeah, I wonder.
So,
We used to have those in the grass a lot, and then some people's lawn don't have them. I wonder if it was like a weed or if it's just part of certain types of grass that have them or whatnot.
So I think they actually are just like, floating pollinating seeds from other trees, right? And I can't remember which trees they're from, but yeah, it sucks, man. I think it's certain tall grass. I think you're right. I think it's certain tall grass that has it. But boy, I tell you, I hated it, man, because I did grow up on a farm for a while, man, and boy, I hated it. Absolutely hated it, man. Sure did. So yeah, that sucked. That sucked. But yeah, man, just be careful. Just be careful out there. That's it, dog. That's it, man. And then one thing, I told you, Chase, that I was thinking about canceling my old Crunchyroll. Went ahead and canceled it today, man. Had to go ahead and turn off the lights.
Oh yeah.
Turn off the lights, man. Yeah. At least my sub is still good till like for the next few days or whatever, for a week or whatnot. But I'm like, okay, let's go. Let's wrap it up, B. So I'm pretty much current on everything that I've been watching, and I'll just wait, man. So I'm trying to get things set up just right, man. So just trim down to the bare necessities. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's it for me, man. That's it. Like I said, I don't really have much. I've been boring. I've been boring as heck this week, man. Absolutely boring.
Yeah, me too. Like I was like, Monday came around and I was like, maybe I'll play a little bit of something, but I really didn't. I just haven't. We've been doing stuff and haven't really just felt like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I absolutely know what you mean. Like I said, man, I've been we're actually reading this book in one of the Bible studies that I'm in, the Bible study that I am going to this, or men's group that I am going to this Saturday. And we've been reading, I've read the book already. I'm just going back through now, making notes, because I didn't know I was going to have to be the one to like summarize and teach this thing, or at least half of it. So I'm going back through now, and then literally like going in and breaking the book up in all its applicable sections, and then just pulling out some questions. I have to do 9 chapters. I've already done 5, and, or I've already done 5. Really, I have to do 8. So I've already done 4 of those 8, and I have 4 left. So try to get those knocked out, and shoot, man, be ready to talk about it on Saturday. That's it. Like, I'm going to be there asking all the guys questions, because we're going to assume people read the book. But I'm trying to phrase it. You know how hard it is, Chase? And here's probably a thing we can talk about. Do you know how hard it is to phrase questions in such a way to where people who haven't read the book can fake like they have? That's what I got to do. That is my job. I have to. You know how sometimes when your wife asks you a question and you're like, she was like, were you listening to me? And you're like, yeah, but da, 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 da. And you just rattle off the last sentence you heard, but knowing you heard nothing of the sentences before that, right? So am I the only one? Okay, my bad. But it's something similar to that, right? So you gotta set this thing up. So basically, I have to load a question that kind of has a lot of the different topics every single time. I got to load a question with part of the answer inside of the question. Mm-hmm. Just so the guys who didn't read it won't feel left out and feel like they can jump in and answer the questions. So it's interesting, man. It is an art form, and it is walking a very, very tight line. But it's a 19 chapter book where only 17 of the chapters have legitimate disciplines that you have to study. And so it's interesting, man, going through and doing that. And I have to sum up basically like of those 17, like I said, I had to go down through chapter 9. So I basically had to do 8. I had to do 8 of them. So that's what I'm gonna do. And that's how I'm gonna call it. That's what I'm gonna do. So that'll get me down through 9 chapters. And but yeah, it's interesting, man. So just in case you ever have to do that, it is a gargantuan task, man. So that's it.
That sounds like something not fun, but
It's not, man. It's not.
You're always it never fails to where you have got yourself doing stuff you don't really want to do.
I mean, that's the thing, man. Like, they always ask me to do stuff. It's like, I didn't want to do this. I just wanted to come and be a fly on the wall this time. And like, the whole reason I was, we started this new church May of 2021. So it was still pandemic time, right? Toward the end of the pandemic. And so we started the new church May of 2021. And I liked it because they actually did a lot of stuff that I was doing in my other church, like a lot of the teaching and stuff. And I was like, man, I don't even want to get in and start to do anything, because I've been serving literally. Like I said, we started in 2021, right? Keep that in mind. I've been serving in churches after college since like late 2002, early 2003. But I had served in churches all the way up before I graduated high school, like before 1990. So I've served in churches forever. Right. So I was at the point where I'm like, okay, I've served. Let me just back up and give other people the chance to serve. Mm-hmm. Man, I tell you, the second I got there, man, they were like, okay, so you've done this. All right, man. So now I feel like I serve every weekend. I sing every single weekend. I help set up sometimes. Right. Which none of that stuff is bad. It's just that I was looking forward to not having to do that for a while. You know what I mean? I was looking forward to not having to do stuff like that. So it's just, I have to adjust my expectations, I guess, because I generally don't mind doing it. But sometimes when I get tired, I'd like somebody else to do it. You know what I mean? So thankfully, a lot of that stuff isn't on me. But I do like training. I do like teaching. So Saturday should be fun. Mm-hmm. Saturday should be fun. So I'm looking forward to that, though, man. I really am looking forward to it. But yeah, I got to sit up here and write these. It's like, it's crazy, man. It's like when your teacher say, okay, you guys are going to have a pop quiz on Friday, but I'm going to basically tell you the answers in the question. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I have to do. So, yeah, man, that's it. Like I said, man, I've been insanely boring this entire week, man. Just ridiculously boring. People doing wrong exercises at the gym. It's just been hilarious, man. It's just been hilarious, man. You should see, man, if you like people watching, get your gym membership. Just go to the gym. Take your little phone, put your earbud in, act like you looking at your phone, and then just walk on the treadmill or just hit the elliptical or do the bike or whatever. But just watch people in the gym. It is a fascinating experience. Yeah, hey, it is a fascinating experience, man. For real. Yeah, wear your prime shades. Man. That's all you need to. That's all you need to do. But yeah, it's a fascinating experiment, man. Really, really is. It's crazy. I don't understand how every girl in the gym has the same set of tights. Every one of them, they buy the same pair of tights, all of them. But it's like they literally come in a cornucopia of colors, man. So many different colors. But they're all the exact same.
A cornucopia of colors.
A cornucopia of a plethora of colors, man. Like, it is insane. Like, I saw some the other day, and I'm like, okay, you have black, you'll have, white with some, couple of other colors in it. You know what I mean? You'll have gray. Man, I saw brown, dog. I saw straight up brown. I have never seen brown workout tights. Not in my life. Brand new on you, boy. Brand new.
Well, I guess if you're lifting and have a little, strain a little too much, you ain't going to see the...
I guess. I mean, look, man, I don't even know, man. And I come in and some people, like, I come in and I try to do a circuit workout, man. I try to do a circuit, and sometimes I try to superset things because I don't want to be in the gym all day. So when I come in, even though I do stuff, I work out for like 40, 45 minutes, man. I'll have done 6 or 8 different things, trying to superset stuff and string things together, taking minute breaks here and there like you're supposed to. Mm-hmm. I come in, people doing bridges, weighted bridges with a dumbbell on a assisted like squat machine, right? I leave. They doing the same exercise. I'm like, what have you been doing for 45 minutes? And why do you need to do bridges for 45 minutes? These is bridges, dog. It's not like you ain't out here building lats. Oh, man, it's just bridges. Come on now. I don't understand, man. I don't understand. So, okay. Like I said, I'll leave it alone. I'm not in the best of shape, but I've been working out since I was in high school, so I'm still quite strong. But still, I don't understand some of these people sometimes, man. I think we need to reach a state of social norms that says learn how to work out in the gym. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to introduce like wellness classes. Everybody needs to have like a beginner one-on-one class. You know how they walk you around the gym, tell you what stuff. These are our massage chairs, right? These are our massage beds. You know, these are the row machines, right? These are the elliptical, your bike machines, right? There's the free weights over there. There's the core and the ab section, you know, like all of this stuff, you know, they should drop in. Okay, now let's talk about graduating to more complex exercises, right? You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, man, I don't understand, man. I don't understand. People confuse me, Chase. I don't know what to say.
They're doing it wrong at Planet Witness.
Man, I'm telling you, man. It's something else, man. Something else, dog. Well, shoot, man, I feel bad. I feel like we're cheating the people, but you know, we ain't been here long, so.
Hey, maybe they have a whole backlog of podcasts, and they get the IRS and be like, "Holy shit, I can blast through this one in 42 minutes." Hell right. Yeah! Thanks, guys.
Let's go, guys, and that's even on 1x speed. You know, Scar, he listens to stuff on like 2x, I think, man. Shoot, I think I do 1.25. Depends on how slow the speaker is. Sometimes I get up to 1.5. Sometimes.
There was one time I think Everyday Gamers are still a podcast. I put it like at half speed, and man, Meave J sounded drunk as a motherfucker.
Hey, that half speed is that thing is brutal though, man. It'll mess anyone up, man, for real. Yeah, that's brutal, man. Goodness. But yeah, that's cool, man. I hope people enjoy this episode at the very least, man. And just when you go to the gym, pay attention. Like, I feel bad when I'm in the gym because I'm on some days I used to go in and put in every exercise that I'm going to do that day. So I'd already have it in my phone, right? But now I just go in and be like, okay, how do I feel? Because I'm older now. And I'm like, well, my back doesn't feel that well. Or my triceps are giving me issues today. So I can't really do that exercise or work them out. I'm going to have to switch it and do another one. So I kind of make adjustments and calls on the fly to say, okay, this is what I'll be doing today. And so then I'm in there, and it goes to a repository of the ones that I've most recently used or the ones that I've added. And I can go in there, select them real quick and add them. But I feel bad. And that's during my minute break, right? That I have after doing supersets. That's during my minute break. But I don't understand, man. Some people just be in there doing the same thing, man. 5-pound dumbbells. The same thing. I'm like, dude, you ain't doing yourself no good. So just pay attention when y'all go to the gym. See if people take it seriously, man. Appreciate it. It's it for me, dog.
Yeah, man, so if you guys, I'm about to say like, share, and subscribe, but like,
yeah,
because we just did some
do all the things.
Yeah. But yeah, tell everybody about the podcast. If you're still listening on the Scarcasm feed, in the show notes, there's a link to the Spotify feed, and on our disc. I don't know if it's in that link, but the RSS, you can do it by RSS as well if you don't want to use Spotify. But the RSS feed link is definitely in the Discord, which is also in the show notes.
Okay,
so
fantastic.
Yeah, peace out to the Warriors, and
peace out, y'all. And that's it. I mean, that's it. He said, peace out to the Warriors, and just let it go. You just let it hang, bro.
and Blue take it over. And scene.
And scene. Man, that's too much, man.